Hi, it's Casey from Simtel here, and today I just wanted to go through a little bit of troubleshooting support in relation to internet that's dropping out or just not working at all. But today we're talking about not all types of internet. We're going to be talking about NBN's Fibre-to-the-Node technology. So Fibre-to-the-Node, what that uses is a modem like this one. This is one of our standard supplied modems for Fibre-to-the-Node. So what that uses is the DSL socket on the back of the modem, and there's a cable that comes out of the back of that literally contains two tiny little wires. Now those wires come out the back via this cable into your wall socket, which is often located maybe in bedrooms or in a kitchen, etc. And then that continues on through your house, through some junctions, out into the street, all the way down the street to your Fibre-to-the-Node location, wherever that is. Sometimes you might be lucky and your node might be just outside your front door on the footpath, and then other times it might be a few hundred meters away. And unfortunately with Fibre-to-the-Node, the longer that distance of that cable is, that impacts the performance of your network and your maximum speeds. So I just want to talk about when we have issues with that line. So this is one of the first things we ask when it comes to fault finding is what are the lights doing on the modem? We normally ask for a picture, but I want to give you a little bit of a heads up as to what we're exactly looking for. So our modem and all modems will have a DSL light. When I say all modems that support VDSL, not all do, just a standard Wi-Fi router may not have a DSL port. So this modem is a DSL modem and it has a DSL light on the front of it. So when we first power up this modem and it is all connected up as we'd expect, that light will flash for a period of time as it handshakes and negotiates with the NBN network in a process that we call synchronization. So eventually after some minutes that will synchronize up and that light will come on and should stay on always. That light should not turn off after that process is completed, unless it's power cycled. So what can often happen is, let's say we've gone and connected this up to the socket on the wall socket. Now DSL light, if it does absolutely nothing, that is an absolute telltale sign that something is not correct with the DSL connection on the modem. So remember, no flashing light or no light at all indicates that this cable or the modem is not detecting any signal on this cable or the wall socket or throughout that whole length of cable. So again, if you've got no light on the DSL light or a light that continually flashes, that tells us that there is an issue on the DSL cable or the cabling out in the street or in your house. So the first thing is really important to check is the condition of this cable. We've seen a lot of these that have been chewed on by dogs. We've seen toddlers pull on them and break them. The other issue we see a lot of is inside the wall socket. Often we see dust, dirt, corrosion. Sometimes a socket is in the kitchen and it might be near the kettle that's constantly boiling all over it. And we get corrosion on those sockets and those pins, and that will cause issues with the connection between the modem and the wall socket. But yeah, that's the point I wanted to make today, is that the DSL light there tells us exactly what's going on as far as connecting to the NBN network. Now once that light is on and established, it should always stay on. If you're seeing that that light go back to flashing regularly, then that means that there's an issue on the line and that requires further investigation. A couple other really important tips that I wanted to highlight is that this cable should come straight out of the modem and straight to the wall socket. There should not be any other filters. Quite often there's some legacy, what we call ADSL filters laying around in houses. They need to be thrown in the bin for NBN's Fibre-to-the-Node because it uses a different technology and those things are no longer required. It helps you guys out and it will certainly help us out if you follow this video and understand what's going on and what that light really means for us. That'll go a long way to helping support getting your connection resolved.